A family in New Jersey bought an expensive solar panel system from one of the most established companies in the country. But then last year, that company suddenly filed for bankruptcy just as that family's system broke down. They turned to investigator Mahsa Saeidi for help, and tonight she's getting them some results.
I'm from a culture that we believe tomorrow the sun will always come out. And collecting energy from that is priceless.
The price to harness the power of the sun, nearly $55,000. 3 years ago, the Traore family signed a contract with SunPower, an icon in the solar industry.
Our electric bill was $0 every month. We lose power a lot, and the backup batteries would kick on seamlessly.
But since SunPower's sudden collapse, Saeidi Traore says the system's generated little more than frustration.
Every day looking at it in my basement, I'm powerless.
Like, who is looking out for the consumer here?
In August, when the family still owed thousands on the solar loan, SunPower filed for a Chapter 11 bankruptcy. By December, Kira Traore says the system's batteries broke. Then the metering system malfunctioned.
So the panels are still producing electricity, but it's not letting our electric company know that. So now we're paying our full electric bill on top of paying for the financing on the panels, and the batteries are still not working.
In an online portal, she pleaded for a tech, writing, "I will not continue to pay." She says she got no response, but they do have an active warranty. On SunPower's website, there's links to navigate warranties with an assurance the company is working diligently to expand these resources.
We went to consumer advocacy lawyers. They told us to go to bankruptcy lawyers. We went to bankruptcy lawyers. They told us to go to creditor lawyers. So we've sort of gotten the whole runaround. So I emailed you.
The New Jersey AG's office referred Traore to government officials in California, where SunPower is headquartered. Officials there tell me they're taking action to revoke SunPower's contractor license. An administrative hearing is scheduled for next month.
Welcome to Verizon Wireless.
SunPower's listed number isn't operational, and their bankruptcy attorneys have not responded to my emails.
That, to me, is real salt in the wounds, is when the SunPower is telling the customers to call us.
You were proud to be a SunPower dealer.
Absolutely proud to be a SunPower dealer.
Frank Curran sold and installed SunPower systems. Stunned by the bankruptcy, he says he had to downsize.
You know, we were left with trying to juggle our own cash flow and saying, like, hey, we want to go out and help our customers, right? But SunPower is no longer reimbursing us for that. Those customers now felt, you know, a little uncertain about us, even because we were associated with SunPower.
Without SunPower's tech support, you can't fix these batteries.
You cannot. But basically, I think we're kind of out of luck for any sort of tech support on any future issues.
So it's charging again?
I contacted executives at Complete Solar, the company that bought much of SunPower's business amid the bankruptcy proceeding. A senior VP called me back saying Complete Solar is not responsible for fixing systems since they didn't purchase warranties. Still, to help, they'd send a tech to troubleshoot.
And the engineers there were able to do the back end work, and they found a whole bunch of errors, and they just worked through those errors one by one in about like an hour and a half, 2 hours, and they had the system back up and running, which we never thought was going to happen. We're so happy that you intervened. You guys were fantastic and got down to the bottom of the problem and got the problem solved.
Okay, so late today, the CEO of Complete Solar, TJ Rogers, called me. Again, the company has purchased part of SunPower's business, not taking over the warranties for the batteries. Mr. Rogers said that there's a bug in the software, so the batteries periodically lock up and the systems must be rebooted. It sounds simple, but I'm told this issue largely caused SunPower to file for bankruptcy, so the CEO could not take on that part of the business, KJ, but he says depending on the need, he's going to try to come up with a solution for all these folks. As we said, at 6 o'clock, more than 100,000 people across the country have these batteries.
That is a lot of people. So what does that even look like? What does a solution mean?
So he wants to create a service system to reboot these batteries for certain customers. He's trying to provide a solution. He says that he would not be making a profit, but he couldn't do this for free, but he has agreed to, you know, stay in touch with me to continue the conversation. I'm curious how many emails am I going to get. Stay tuned.
Well, listen, I'm sure it's not as easy as just plugging, you know, unplugging in and plugging back in, but still, it's if it's an easy fix, it takes about 2 hours. A lot of people will be affected by this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mahsa, great work.
Thank you.
Thank you. And you can scan the QR code on your screen if you have a story that you would like Mahsa to investigate. She gets some results.